Hey folks, Arnie here, Wicked Awesome Gifts and Shop Dog in the background. Number one, we are going to do the first engrave on the xTool F2. And let me find some cards here. We're just going to do a quick business card. We're going to be doing lots of stuff with this little laser, but for now, we're going to do some anodized business cards. These are the ones that I was selling last year. They're 1mm thick. Nice big thick cards here, heavy duty stock. One thing I wanted to point out with this, this is a 3D printed cradle that I made for the F1 Ultra for the screen. The F2 does not come with one, but you can buy one, or if you have the F1 Ultra or F2 Ultra, it in fact is compatible. I had heard on the internet somewhere that it worked, so I wanted to confirm it does in fact work. I went ahead and plugged it in, and as you can see right there, it says xTool F2, so it does in fact work with the laser. So we're gonna go ahead and stick a card in there. I'm not gonna bother with jigging up or doing the little corner deal or anything like that. We're just gonna stick it in and we'll frame it, and I'll zoom in here in a minute. But we'll bring up on XCS real quick what we're doing on the computer. This is just a quick temp setup on my messy desk because I don't have a laptop out there where the workbenches go. My workbenches aren't done, blah, blah, blah. Shop's not set up yet all the way for all the different lasers that I have. So for now, we're gonna do it this way until I figure out how to store some jobs on the device, and then I'll be able to do stuff around the shop with my logo. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and open up the project file that I have. All it is my business card information. Nothing special, nothing fancy, but I want to show you we're just doing everything default, right? So there is the front of my card. Over here, can't really see. Let me go ahead and move you. Over here in the top corner, I have it. If we click this little deal here to go pick our material, what I normally do for my business cards, I scroll through and I hit metal over here. And then I scroll through looking for whatever color I'm using, and I use the bone dog tags. It seems to be the best. Without having to do manual settings and more testing, but a lot of their presets are really getting close, guys, so you'll see here in a minute. So I hit apply, and now up here it's going to have this, but that doesn't matter because we're going to do a manual focus on it anyway, or autofocus, but we're going to manually do the autofocus. So we click this here to go ahead and do that, and now we can see on the machine it's doing the things with the dots going up and down, getting the focus set. And we see here it's at 1.2 millimeters. Should be 1 millimeter. The 0.2, maybe it's got a little curve in it. Who cares? So from there, I click on this and we make sure we're at engrave. And then you can either do blue light reference or IR reference. IR is what we use for anodized metal. Anodized aluminum, any kind of coated metal. I use IR. It's the best option. It produces the best output in my opinion. So I click that. Now normally here you can click this and you can pick different settings, but for some reason this is defaulted to this one setting. So we're gonna see how that comes out. When I'm using the F1 Ultra, then I have like a test grid over here and I can pick which one I like and adjust it if I need to, blah, blah, blah. But for now, we're gonna take its default settings, which is 90 power, 2500 speed, 1 pass, 200 lines per centimeter. So we're just gonna do that. And we see it's kind of lined up, but one thing I've learned so far using these machines, like even though I have this centered where I think it's perfect, camera doesn't always agree. So now it could be because I moved around my other machines so much that I might have to recalibrate them. I don't know, but for now we're gonna leave it like that. and we're going to go down here and frame it. Okay, now that it's framing, we're going to go back over here, set you down, and spin you around, make you dizzy for a minute. There we go. Lift this up, take a look, and we can see that it is framing. Now I want to get you zoomed in here for the engrave. There we go. Whoa. Let's try and get you squared a little bit. All right, so we can see it actually is moving on me. So it actually is pretty good. Just for this test we're doing, I'm going to call that good. On my F1 Ultra, I still have to move it around a little bit, so that's telling me I probably need to redo the calibration on that. I've already calibrated this, so yeah, I probably need to recalibrate my F1 Ultra. So let's lock that in, focus right there. Now we're good. We're gonna unclick the framing, so that'll stop, and we're gonna process it. And now I click start. Now here you would normally have to press the button up on the side of the laser, but since we have the little deal here, all I gotta do is press that. So we'll go ahead and do that, and there it goes, looking beautiful already. Now I don't have the air filter set up. Anodized aluminum doesn't produce normally that much smell. I also don't have the cover closed so that you guys can get a good picture. But again, this wavelength is not going to hurt your eyes without direct refraction off of something into your eyeball, so you're good to go. And there you go. Look at that. 36 seconds. Business card. Done. That's pretty freaking amazing. Looks good quality. Let's take a look. Look at that, boys and girls. That is nice. We like that. Nice and bright white. Couldn't ask for any better than that. 36 seconds. xTool F2. Badass little unit. So if you wanted to batch out some of these for yourself, you know, you're only going to fit one at a time on here. You might could get two, but you might as well just do one. I would set up a jig. I'll make some jigs later. The jigs that I make will be so you can pop this out, set them in there, and I'll have those up on the site. But for now, that's a pretty damn good looking business card. xTool F2 Ultra. Check it out, buddy. Go get one. Later.